Hello, my name is Ty Digeron, and today I will be talking to you about three-point mapping. Here, I have a genetic map of my favorite eukaryotic organism, pigs. A genetic map is used to map the distance between loci. On my genetic map of pigs, I have three different loci. I have their disposition, the presence or absence of spots, and if they have a springtail or a straight tail. For disposition, happy is dominant to grumpy, spots are dominant to no spots, and having a springtail is dominant to a straight one. On my map, there are 13 centimorgans between the H and S allele and 8 centimorgans between the S and T allele, and the coefficient of coincidence for my map is 0.65. The first pig I'm showing to the left is the heterozygous offspring from the cross that I will be showing. The parental cross that produced the first pig that I showed was a cross between two pure breeding homozygous pigs. One of them is happy with no spots and a springtail, and the other is grumpy with spots and a straight tail. This cross will produce the F1 generation, which is our first generation of heterozygous individuals from a homozygous cross. I will use the F1 individuals in a test cross to get the possible gamete types for the F2 progeny. I've listed all the possible phenotypes, but I will just go over how to calculate the probabilities for the DCO and the SC1. So we'll start with the double crossover event. If I wanted to find the probability of getting a specific gamete, we'll usually start by finding the probability of a double crossover event. To find this value, we will multiply the R1 and R2 distances by the coefficient of coincidence. So 0.13 times 0.08 times 0.65, giving us a value of 0.00676, but we're not done. This value is only the probability of a double crossover event. To calculate the probabilities of getting a specific gamete, so happy spotted springtail or grumpy no spot straight tail, I would need to multiply the first value by 1/2 because a DCO could give us either gamete. So the final value of a specific event would be 0.00338. The next gamete type I will go over is the SC1 or single crossover event. So, to calculate the probability of a gamete for a single crossover, you will take your R1 distance and subtract the DCO event from the value that we just found. So 0.13 centimorgans minus 0.00676 for a value of 0.12324. Again, this is not our final value, so the probability of getting either a happy spotted straight-tailed pig or a grumpy no-spot spring-tailed pig, we will take the value we just found and multiply that by 1/2. So for a specific gamete from this event, the probability would be 0.06162. All right, that's my citations and the rest of my calculations.